Hey there, everyone. We are back with more Ori Rando, featuring a singles match here today between UncleRonny and Roryrai. Bringing you this one, I'm Sigma, and I am joined, just making it back in time from Japan to get here, it's Fan.
Yo, Sigma, what's up?
Yo, I'm doing pretty good. How are you, man?
Great. A little bit jet lagged, but still, Ori Rando's enough to give me enough energy to get back into things. I'm so excited for this match. We've got UncleRonny versus the man I could barely pronounce his name every single time, Roryrai. And this is going to be interesting for a couple reasons. One, UncleRonny, for those of you who are not familiar with him, is really, really good at Ori and the Blind Forest all skills. Has the current world record, I believe. Correct, Sigma?
Yeah.
I've been out of the loop for a while, so yeah. So UncleRonny, just an amazing player, but doesn't have nearly as much experience as Rory does in Rando. Rory placed very well in the last tournament. In the singles, I believe he made the top 8, and in the doubles was a semifinalist with his teammate Meldon. So he's got a lot more Rando experience, and we could see if that in this match today, if experience trumps just like execution that Ronnie is so good at.
Yeah, that's for sure. It'll be interesting. The seed may play a big factor in determining how this match will go, because you'd expect just from his completely insane all skills execution, if they get a lot of skills early and they're able to go into go mode quickly, then Ronnie might have a pretty good advantage here. But if they have to do some kind of starved skill stuff and maybe do some weird strats here and there, or if the seed just leads them around and they have to work on some crappy one-offs, Rory has that greater amount of Rando experience under his belt, as you mentioned, so that can help him, pull ahead in those kind of situations. But we don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But it should be a good match.
I do know what's going to happen, Sigma. I think we're going to be very entertained by this race.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. And we are going to get underway shortly here. The runners are poised, ready to go. And, man, what do you think we're going to start off with here? What's your guess on the first pickup? And I'm going to veto Keystone because that's cheating.
Veto Keystone? Okay, I'm going to go with Climb as the first pickup. Wall interaction is something that you're going to get rather early, and the one nobody really wants to see early on is Climb, because you have wall interaction, but it's like the worst form of wall interaction you could get. So
yeah, it's pretty horrible. You can do just about everything that you can do with wall jump with Climb. It's painful until you have charge jump, and then it kind of doubles the style for you. We are going to start off, it's a Keystone. That doesn't count.
The Keystone doesn't count. We're talking about the first real pickup here.
Yeah.
So there is a Keystone door very early on in Randomizer that unlocks quite a few pickups. So that tends to be why early on in the Randomizer you'll see a bunch of Keystones in order to get through that door.
Yeah, it's fairly common that door will be your starting direction, and you grab a health cell under sign here. That'll be nice. Doesn't really mean anything for them. An interesting point about how the randomizer logic works is there's actually different difficulties to the Ori randomizer, because if you just say anything that you can do without glitching is in logic, the thing is insanely hard to complete, and it might take 2 hours to play it. So we play it on an easier difficulty called Standard, and Standard will never expect you to do a damage boost that takes more than 3 health. So that means that extra health has no meaning in the logic, because you don't need it. It just gives it to you if it wants to be nice, and today it does.
Yeah, and that health is going to be pretty nice, because quickly coming up after this Keystone over on Ronnie's screen, we're going to be heading over to this pool of water, and with 4 HP, there's a pickup down in the poison water here. We call this Fake Flippers, and he'll be able to place a save and comfortably swim down and check out what that pickup is, and it's another Keystone, so he's just going to kill himself to go back. Doesn't need that Keystone right now. And now he's going to head up to the 4th health cell. And it looks like Rory, on the other hand, is going to keep that Keystone from the Fake Flippers. And that is Charge Flame. So interesting place, Charge Flame being at that, all skills 4th health cell. You can instantly take that, grab this energy crystal right here, and head right. Just the swamp teleport. This is quite the start, Sigma.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty horrible because there's a few things that you can get off the swamp teleporter with absolutely no movement skills, and getting it early means that you might get pulled down that path. So we're taking our first dip into left glades now for Ronnie and Rory close behind, and you see Rory's mouse shaking around at the swamp teleporter. He's none too impressed with that. But they may very well get absolutely nothing here and then have to come back with wall interaction later on.
So you're seeing a quick divergence there from Roy. He ran over to the keystone door because he decided to keep the keystone from Fake Flipper. He just went ahead and opened that door. So when he returns to the Spirit Caverns later, he's not going to have to wait for that cutscene to play.
Yeah, and of course he can't go through that door and do anything yet because he has no way to get up the wall that's right behind it. But it is open, so that will save him some time if he comes to Spirit Caverns later.
And a map stone. So yeah, we're seeing both UncleRonny and Rory backtrack to where they just were to put in this map stone. Oh man, this is quite funny, Sigma.
Yeah.
The instant backtracks.
Now, the nice thing is Rory actually went to the left first, kind of hoping that he would get the map stone before he came over here, hoping it wasn't in this one position. So he did save a screen of running by doing that, but they're still just going to have to hop on down to wall jump pretty much, and then probably get nothing and have to go to the swamp teleporter and do some more exploration.
Yeah, the worst part about this is there's another pickup down here, the energy cell just to the left of the wall jump tree. Well, you now have wall jump, so that's not going to be something to come back for later. All right, so now we have two possible courses of action. You can head straight to BRB and go clear all that with wall jump, or you can take the swamp teleporter. I'd imagine we'll see BRB be the more popular option. Actually, I take that back. Ronnie is going to go straight for the charged flame tree. So he opened up that door earlier on, but wasn't able to get anywhere because he had no wall interaction. But now he'll be able to return to the tree and go get the charged flame tree.
Yeah, okay, so he's heading up that way. Notably, Rory did not alt R out of wall jump here because he left pickups in this area just above, in kind of upper left glades, just below the Spirit Caverns. It's faster to actually leave through wall jump the vanilla way, which is something you don't see too often in Rando. You almost always do an alt R to return to the start of the game from there. But since there's pickups right above him...
by the slime, what a jerk that slime was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, on top of that, Rory still has a couple more pickups here that he wasn't able to get the first time around. So just going to leave pretty much everything except the one remaining pickup you can't get right by the wall jump tree. So clearing out this area, hopefully we'll find something good. And, unfortunately, took an unintended hit on one of the crushers, so he wasn't able to do the damage boost that he's currently doing.
Good thing, though, he had a save there. Just taking that death and doing the damage boost is so much faster than going back and pushing the rock. That rock takes forever to get across. So Rory there is able to finish up left glades and doesn't get too much for his trouble, but looks like Ronnie's going to be following his footsteps. He wants to get these pickups out of the way, so he's kind of tracing back and forth. Rory's going to explore some new ground in Spirit Caverns now, and we'll see if there's anything good here or if we just get a whole bunch more keystones.
Well, a lot of keystones would be nice. That will allow them to open up the door at the top of Spirit Caverns, continue to Hollow Grove. And having Charged Flame in hand to break all of those blue doors, those energy doors, can get all the way to the Spider Sack area, head into Swamp that way. There's quite a few options. Look, there's another keystone.
Yeah, it's looking an awful lot like that might be what we have to do, and it's kind of rough because this is sort of the vanilla path. Actually, entirely the vanilla path of the game is going through this way over the Spirit Tree with these skills, and it is really slow compared to getting some different stuff. But Rory understands what's happening, and he's going to take this path over through the Spirit Tree. Now, it is possible that they could maybe skip this by doing Black Root, but since he's already over here, it makes tons of sense. There's so much stuff that's open to them, it just takes a while to do.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Rory is going to place a save here after watching this little bit of a long cutscene to activate the teleporter and head immediately to the left, break the wall, check a couple things in Valley Entry, or just ignore that, go to the right, get the Charged Flame Tree, and leave the left side for later when he has Stomp or Bash and able to do more things over there.
Yeah, so we have another divergence here. Ronnie did not want to spend the keystones on that Spirit Caverns door. He does already have the Swamp Teleporter, both of them do. So they don't need to open this door, probably, unless something is at the top of the Spider Sack area. But instead, Ronnie, geez, these R names are killing me.
We'll get it by the end of this, Sigma.
Maybe. Yeah, Ronnie's going to go for Blackroot right now. This is a pretty slow area, but it's pretty much always going to be slow, no matter when you do it, so it's nice to get out of the way and get that skill tree. Plus there's, a bunch of pickups that you can clear completely. It's something that's nice about Blackroot compared to, say, going to Swamp, where there's a whole bunch of stuff that's double jump or grenade gated that you're going to have to maybe come back for. Blackroot can be fully cleared right now, at least this upper part.
Yeah, so Rory is continuing on. He just dipped over to the valley entrance shortly to pick up the one stomp pickup. And now he's going to enter through the charge flame tree. You saw Ronnie do this earlier. But I think after this is done, Rory's going to continue on to the Spider Sack area. As UncleRonny has finished the first half of BRB, in a randomizer, BRB is kind of like split into two parts. You go all the way down, grab the orb, check an XP pickup, and then usually, rather than carrying the orb through like the long intended process of platforms and cycles, you just altar out and you re-enter, and you're already at the top. The orb follows you around, and you just pick it up and skip a lot of those like essentially auto-scroller segments.
Yeah, I think everybody's really happy that it's slightly faster to do that than go through the bottom, because, man, that bottom part with the lanterns and lasers is just so horrible. But Ronnie's approaching the end of Blackroot now. Rory's going to get Blackroot out of the way now as well. So, nothing of note really in terms of progression skills available. We might see something at the dash tree, but as we mentioned, there's so much stuff that's available with them in Hollow Grove and Grotto that it could be quite a while until we finally make our way down to the double jump tree and find our vanilla double jump or something like that. Oh god, that's the spikes. Oh, he had a save right there. The value.
That is definitely a great safety save to take in BRB. A common place to make a save in all skills, and also a good one for Randomizer as well. So UncleRonny did a save anywhere to skip a cutscene. He's now doing this little sequence break by jumping on top of the crushers to get a map stone. Gets yet another keystone. So still like no major progression items yet, or progression skills. We're still just have wall jump and charge flame, really.
Yeah, the very early skills that you normally get in the game. Forced to just walk around slowly. So Ronnie finished up the dash tree there. Just... Oh, he's going to go up to the top of the room now. I guess he didn't get this pickup on his way in. He was up here the first time. But he can get this, and then he can fall to the bottom of the room, grab an ability cell, and everything is a keystone, apparently.
Alright, and maybe Roddy will take this as a hint and use those keystones and get into Hollow Grove.
Looks like Rory actually fell on the jump across the top, but he managed to get over to the right wall. Which, if this orb will drop, he can then ride the platform. There we go. That orb was sure taking its time, but now he's riding the platforms back up. So a bit of a time loss there, but probably better than having to Alt-R and go through the slow walk in again.
Yeah, the orb was giving Rory a lecture for abandoning it at the bottom of BRB while he takes the convenient route back to the top. And there we go, Ronnie, the first to utilize that swamp teleporter, which we got very, very early on. We'll see where he decides to go. Looks like he's going to head up through the Ginso area and enter the right swamp area, as we call it. So we'll place a save here. I'm not sure if he's leveled up. Yeah, he has leveled up Rekindle. So a quick reload to skip the cutscene. Rory on his way to the dash tree. Now we'll see Gumo steal the water vein and roll off to the right as Ori well ahead of him.
Now, one thing to
note... Oh no! Ronnie fell down a little too far. He's going to have to climb back up to get the pickup.
Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate little backtrack there. With double jump, it's so much faster to go through this area, but with just wall jump, you have to kind of just hop along. Now, we do note that at 3, 6, and 9 skill trees in this mode, clues that we're playing the singles tournament, you get a hint as to the location of a random dungeon key. And the first hint in this seed tells us that the water vein is in Grotto. Ronnie has this knowledge. Rory is going to get it soon. And that's generally a pretty nice thing if you like the Ginso tree, because Grotto is a lot of pickups that are accessible pretty early, and it generally means that you'll likely be able to do Ginso before you head over to the left side of the map. You'll be able to get all the pickups in there. Just kind of makes sense as well, because we've seen so many keystones, and some of these must be intended for Ginso doors.
Hope Ronnie picks up health regeneration, the first of 3. That is a skill an energy regeneration right next to it. Yeah, those are skills specifically added to the randomizers, kind of like bonus abilities that make a lot of the pickups a little bit more interesting. You get a bunch of bonuses for various things, and just nice to haves. None of them are required for anything, but make your life somewhat easier.
Yeah, those are all just in there to combat the fact that there is a lot of experience in Ori. There's over 100 experience pickups in the vanilla game, and those aren't terribly interesting. So we have some other ones to mix things up. But all right.
So, as Ronnie continues into Grotto, maybe gonna hunt for that water vein a bit, Rory has decided to check out deeper into BRB, the so-called Raziel No area, coined by the first All Skills tournament by none other than Raziel himself.
Yeah, this divergence is interesting. Ronnie opted not to come back here and do this. Now, this area does give you access to a map stone, and Rory has a map stone right now, which is nice. He'll be able to turn that one in, and then before he progresses through to Grove and Grotto. And it gives you a teleporter, which makes getting back to the grenade tree later slightly faster. But if there is nothing over here and Ronnie just never does it, it is going to be about a minute advantage for Ronnie from that. But we'll see what Rory gets. There's a couple pickups in here, pretty good density, and that map stone, of course. So Ronnie's going to be exploring the Death Gauntlet. Rory hoping to get something nice over here, which I should note at this point. Oh no! My good lord. He has to die.
With the current set of skills, Rory had to either decide to ignore the pickups up top or die and do it again, because the Frankie had already broken the boulder and he needs that in order to reach the upper area. So opting to just kill himself and reload, this time gonna head up here first, grab the pickups, gets an ability cell. And really, all these areas not paying off yet. I mean, we got to be close to progression, because with only wall jump and charge flame, we're going to quickly run out of areas that could have something.
Yeah, between the two of them, they've almost explored all of it. Typically, what you see in these situations is you get all the way down through Grotto, where it's really, really nice to have a double jump, because there's so many pickups down in Gumo's hideout, which Ronnie will be falling into shortly, that are locked by double jump or some kind of way to go up that they don't have right now. So we'll have to go in here and then maybe come back.
Yeah, I do like that save anywhere that Ronnie had done from the Grotto teleporter. Since he's only at 2 energy, he can't place a save further down to glitch the bridge cutscene to get over to where he currently is. So by starting the save anywhere, he was able to open up the energy door and do the save anywhere to skip the bridge cutscene. So health cell. So yeah, Ronnie is at 7 health. A bunch of ability cells, but just needs some more skills. We need to find something.
Yeah.
Well,
now there's more divergence. Oh god.
That's the 4-horn teleporter is something, but I think with wall jump and charge flame, can't really do anything over there yet.
He doesn't even want it. He just reload. Oh, he found the water vein, so that clue has been solved. He can't do anything in Ginso just yet. But
yeah, still needs some more skills. And Ronnie getting his ability cell from Mapstone 2.
Rory going for this mainly bait here. It doesn't get it on the first explosion because the slime got in the way, but it respawns quite quickly. And this is an interesting divergence as well. Rory went to the left off the swamp teleporter, opting to be maybe a little bit more thorough than Ronnie, who went straight to Grotto. And Ronnie has found that he is stuck in spikes because Grotto walls are they're just not your friend. Yeah. Actually, no, that was probably an intentional suicide now that I think about it, because he got something useless from the map stone and he was just like, okay, I'm just taking my save up there.
He skipped the... Did he skip the XP in the Crushers?
No, yeah, I just saw it on the left side of the screen. It says, I don't have 8 seconds to spare for this. He's had it with the seed, he's read it, the vanilla double jump, he's ready. Just wants to get to the double jump tree.
Alright. So now Rory looks like he is going to head into Swamp as well. And the double jump tree, will the double jump tree give us something? No, just 23 XP.
Oh my gosh. If it's that pickup in the crushers that Ronnie skipped, that's just, I mean, I said it was kind of like a joke that he was skipping it intentionally. That's kind of just a brain slip at this point, because in every speed run of this game you skip that. But just, you know, in rando you definitely want it. So Ronnie's alt out back.
Looks like he is going to do the Raziel No area that Rory had just completed.
He's going to get nothing. So that'll give Rory some time to catch up on all the nothing that Ronnie was able to collect in Grotto during this time. And we'll have to see, like, where is the thing? There aren't too many pickups left, right? There's some horrible pickups left, we should say, but there's not that many more available.
Yeah, so just things that Ronnie did skip in his visit to Grotto. We didn't see the Grotto mini-boss because having only an unupgraded Spirit Flame, that boss takes ages to kill.
Well,
so it makes sense to... well, you have Charge Flame, yeah, true, but not too much energy to use it off of. But if they get the shots right, we'll probably go down quick. But yeah, you're right. Charge Flame will make things a little bit easier. Still very annoying. Not many people want to do it. As well as the Crusher XP that Ronnie had skipped. So we'll see if that comes back to haunt him later. I'm not going to find out until Rory makes his way down to the double jump tree.
There's also some horrifying one-offs left behind. The Valley entry tree experience is still available.
Yeah.
That's super slow.
Logic.
And we noticed that Ronnie is up to 3 energy cells, and if he finds one more, then there's a couple notorious 4 energy doors, the Spider Sack one and the Glazer, that come into logic. So could be some painful backtracking, and it'll just be like a memory test to see where you want to go back to. I also don't think that Ronnie did the 2 energy door by the water vein, the vanilla water vein that is, because that's slow as heck. Just wall jump.
He opened it up but did not do it.
Yeah, so that's something as well. And it of course makes tons of sense to skip all these terrible pickups the first time around, because they take forever, and you're just like, this is so much faster if I just get double jump or charge jump or anything. But what if the only way forward is in one of those? Could be in for a little bit of a ride.
Entering Moon Grotto, gonna collect his nothing from the op. Probably the health cell on the way down. And we'll see. Hopefully Rory at least picks up the Crusher XP. I can't imagine Rory would skip it. And we'll see, like, with this few skills and like this little left to check, I wonder if Roy's just like, okay, you know, I cannot leave the Grotto mini boss behind. I need to go do it. Just because of how likely it is now with how little left there is to check that it could be something.
That's 4th energy for Ronnie showing up at Mapstone number 3. So that gives access to all energy doors now. That could be something. And as you were saying, I do think that Rory is going to do the mini-boss because he was very thorough in other ways. He did like the Huru Field stuff. Ronnie's going for a bit of a swim here, hoping that he can break his way out of this horrible situation. Yeah, that's a bit of an indicator. Something interesting with the experience numbers is that they will tend to increase the later in logic that you're expected to get them. They're still mostly random, but the later they're expected, the larger they are. So a big number like that underwater means clean water's not in logic for a while. We saw Ronnie as well just now get to the lower side of the Spider Sack area, which he actually can't do from this direction, and I think he knew that coming in. He just wanted to check that water. You have to go around from the Spirit Tree side if you want to get to the pickups up there, and that might be what he's going for now. Remember that Rory opened that door earlier, and Ronnie decided to just leave Spirit Caverns, and now he's going to head back over there.
Now, yeah, really quick on Rory's screen, we're seeing him try to do this little glitch with the 4 energy door. Or gave it a shot, but decided not to continue. But yeah, this is all stuff that Ronnie did not check on the first time through. This is, I believe, you can correct me, Sigma, that double jump or like glide plus when restored is expected for this area on the left to be in logic, because the only way to get there without it is dropping from the ceiling, and it can take quite a while to get there.
Yeah, you are correct about that. That left grotto area requires you to be able to get there from the floor of grotto, with the assumption that every time you fall down the middle.
All
For
right,
some
here we go.
anti-soft lock
Rory,
reasons.
sorry to interrupt, is doing the mini boss. This is going to be some more new information. Will it hold our long awaited for progression? Yeah, we're at 25 minutes into this seed, and we only have 2 skills. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so here comes the mini boss fight. Rory has enough energy for some charge flame redirects. Like,
Come on,
maybe get a
dash
level up
or
as
double
well.
jump.
Anything at all.
And it is an ability cell.
Good
All right, there's
God.
still one more thing down here. It could be the Crusher XP. That Rory will be approaching it shortly. It will get like charge jump or bash. Bash would be nice.
I would
pretty
love
much
some
anything.
double jump here. Just double jump, take them to Ginso, they can have a nice time. Now, Ronnie's doing Valley entry. Rory checked this one pickup in here, but I don't think anything else when he was here the first time. Ronnie may be desperate enough at this point in the seed to do the painfully slow climb around, but no, he's going to skip it.
And the Crusher XP was nothing. So Ronnie dodging a bullet there with the 2 things he skipped in Grotto ended up not being anything at all. But Rory has collected his 4th energy cell and could put that to use soon.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Ronnie's pretty close to the Spider Sack energy door as well as the Spider Sack health cell and energy cell, which you can get pretty quickly. So those will be, that's like the last dense area left until you do some of the horrible wall jump only one-offs.
Yeah, the Valley entry XP as well as the cell at the top of the glide vault. But hopefully Ronnie does find something in the Spider Sack area because I don't think anybody deserves to do wall jump only for those 2 locations.
I gotta make a note of something I said earlier. Glazer actually does nothing for them right now because they can open the door, but the rock does not go high enough for them to get up with only wall jump unless they do some physics tricks on it, which is not required in standard. We'll put it that way.
All right, but here we go. Some new ground for Ronnie. Rory opening up the 4 energy door in the Death Gauntlet.
Yeah, I like this choice from Rory. I'm a really big fan of going into Death Gauntlet as soon as you get 4 energy, because it lets you do a Grotto revisit, which can be useful to him, and it's just saving a teleport animation is really good. But of course, Ronnie's already checked this. There's nothing in the Death Gauntlet, so let's go watch Ronnie try to progress through the Spider Sack area.
Well, currently trying to find some energy.
Yeah, he's got that 1 energy regen doing a little bit.
Yeah, he rekindled his save, so he's gonna break this wall. Check down here. If this is nothing, he's gonna take a death, so he gets that energy back. Yeah, there it is. So he's gonna kill himself here, get the energy, and then now he's going to break the Spider Sack itself, giving him a platform to get to the All Skills 5th energy cell. But man, what a starved beginning. They are really hunting deep for this pickup. Is it going to be the energy cell? What is it? Double jump! There it is! We have access to the Ginso tree. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And Rory is going the same direction, so we'll unlock his double jump very soon. And we'll probably follow Ronnie straight to Ginso.
Yeah, the only other option they really have at this point would be to do some Grotto cleanup, but at this point you're kind of sick of Grotto, I would say, and going through Ginso makes a lot of sense. They have enough keystones to get through that first door. They can grab that bash tree, they can get a lot of keystones on their way up. Now, the really tragic and potentially unfortunate thing is that without bash, they can't continue up past that area right now, which it would be horrible if they had to do a Ginso revisit, but maybe,
it's okay,
maybe the seed will be
going to be along the way.
Okay.
The punishing portion of the seed is now over, because that's definitely how Randomizer works. It's like, okay, you solved the difficult puzzle, now just coast to victory.
I just want to point out that Rory did a energy glitch on that 4 energy door really quickly, even though there was no reason to, because he has 4 energy. So, good job.
Well, he probably wanted to save enough energy in order to climb back out of this area with whatever pickup it was and break the ceiling.
Maybe. I mean, now his energy regen is going to work, so
what a
good point.
Yeah, so Rory almost to double jump. Gonna rekindle that save. Does not want to deal with all of that energy stuff again. And let's see if he also does the immediate altar out. Nope, gonna continue on.
You might actually just run to Ginso.
Yeah, just run to Ginso
It's
from
like
here.
pretty much as fast as altaring and teleporting. Oh, he hasn't checked
also
this
gonna do
either,
the swim.
so.
Yeah.
He
Get
can
that
keep
nice
going.
level up.
All his health back. Easy.
Yep, and Rory's also going to check a couple pickups over here that Ronnie was not able to.
Yeah, I really like. I have to say, I like Rory's, non-use of Altar in a few situations, walking out of the wall to retreat early.
That was grenade.
Oh,
that's a nice find.
It's not like colossal because they already had the ability to break plants, but there are a few uniquely grenade-gated pickups that now gives Rory the ability to check, so that'll be good for him moving forward.
Yeah, and Rory's opting not to do Ginso just yet. Gonna check a whole bunch of these other pickups in Moon Grotto. Maybe hoping for something else in order to finish the Ginso tree after entering. Like, he doesn't want to do a revisit just in case. We'll see. Ronnie, now at the Bash tree, just gets XP. So, really, nothing big in Ginso other than just getting the tree and getting closer to the next clue.
Yeah, Rory is just showing that he wants to be thorough here. He managed to grab Warmth Return, the single most useless pickup in the game. Does absolutely nothing.
And now the hunt begins for the next form of progression.
Yeah, this is actually pretty crazy. They can't get anywhere right now. Like, they can't go further in Ginso. So this hunt that Rory's doing might actually pay off, because Ronnie's going to have to embark on the same thing. And if Rory, for example, manages to pick up Bash or Charge Jump, he could maybe do a little bit more in the Ginso tree while he's there the first time.
Yep.
Ronnie's feeling toasty now, giving us a couple last pickup replays on that Warmth Returned.
Oh yeah, there's the Forlorn Teleporter that Rory did not pick up on the way down. Now we're gonna see this, what I call just the crap pickup in Grotto. It's just such a pain to get over to with only double jump. And Rory gonna take advantage of all those health cells he's gotten, searching the entire game world for double jump. He uses it to just deboost his way through, get rewarded with a nice 39 XP.
Then he altars and then realizes he actually wanted to stay in Grotto, so he just reloads the file.
Yeah, so his first time around, he wasn't able to check two of these pickups right here. So that's an extra air dash. Will be nice once we get dash. Who knows where that can be. More ability cells. And now heading down to the 4 energy door. Rory attempted this beforehand, trying to do the energy door glitch, but decided like, nah, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, this one is very hard
revenge.
With just wall jump, because you can't avoid getting in range of the door and taking your energy out to do it in a standing position, so you have to do it in the air, and it's just terrible, but he's going to get it out of the way now. And we'll see what the last couple pickups down here are. There's a plant above as well. He might have gotten that the first time he was here, though.
Yeah, I think he did. Here we go, moment of truth. The most fragile wall in the entire game can be broken basically by sneezing on it. I'm not sure exactly why, but stop, charge flame, charge jump, everything works on it.
It's pretty spectacular. So there was nothing down there. Ronnie's going to find out the bad news that there's nothing down there as well right now. And I guess the significant differences really in this race is Ronnie has a little bit more tree progress. He's already done Ginso up to Bash, which Rory will have to do at some point. But Rory has picked up a grenade out of Hollow Grove and is now going to put that to work, checking this grenade pickup at the start of the game. So we'll see if this ends up being something. Opening it up, 2 experience.
What a seed. So we do have quite a few one-off locations. So I'm surprised Rory's doing this right now instead of progressing towards the Ginso tree with how much there's to check. I think he really must want to go in there with access to the second half.
Yeah, he seems to really be prioritizing, making sure he doesn't leave stuff behind him. Oh my good god.
The
There's
wombo
no
combo,
mercy.
the 2 XP, immediately followed by the 1 XP as the next pickup.
It's times like this I wish there was a 0 XP in as well. That would be good to follow that up.
All right, so Rory gonna finish up Spirit Caverns. There's one more pickup, and with all this energy, I'd imagine he's going to head over to Glazer. With double jump, he can now have. Oh, and there is Bash, and with grenade and Bash, that unlocks a whole bunch of stuff. This is what Rory needed to find. And yeah, Bash grenade, he has probably everything he wants. Look, he's ignoring Glazer. He's like, I don't need to go there. I've got so much access now.
Yeah, if he wants to take it, this is a go mode that you can do. Doing it without glide is maybe a little bit painful, but with so many ability points, he might just be willing to go for it at this point.
Well, he's heading over like he wants to. Placing the save. Yeah, he's going to grab the Frankie, so he's going to sequence break into the left side. He's saying, I don't need Stomp, I don't need Glide, I don't need anything else. I just want this seed to be over.
Yeah, man, what a rough seed. And the funny thing is, if there had been a different choice early, they had the ability to go over the top at Spirit Tree right at the start, and Rory almost did it, but didn't actually continue to Spider Sack area. He would have had double jump at like 10 minutes in this seed if he did that, and like he'd be done by now almost. But they both got horribly run around by the rando in the same kind of way. And here we are now.
Yeah, Ronnie back to the double jump tree, found the grotto teleporter, not doing much for him since both of them already have the grotto teleporter. See what this final pickup is. The last thing down here, we don't know what it is, and it is just 42 experience. Rory taking the tree or the teleporter over to Swamp, so maybe saying it's time for Ginso.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't continue on to Valley there, but maybe it was kind of like a, oh, right, I can do Ginso. I should do Ginso because I might get Glide there kind of thing.
Oh, trying to bash grenade up to this one pickup requires a little bit of a specific setup, but he gets it. Rewarded with a keystone. And you're going to see Rory use a lot of these bash grenades just to move faster via like just bash. Well, it's not bash glide. We don't have glide, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we call it bash gliding anyways. Whoa!
That's
Ronnie
the
just
sunstone.
grabbed the sunstone without a clue from the death gauntlet roof. That's pretty sick.
Wow. All right. So that's so we have two like information gaps here. We have Rory doesn't know where that sunstone is, and then Ronnie doesn't know where that grenade is or bash, and those are kind of in annoying locations. Oh, and there is that Glide?
That's Glide.
That's
Oh,
Glide. Man. Okay.
That makes Sorrow Pass so much easier. Rory's definitely gonna be happy with finding that.
And Ronnie doing the play of going into Forlorn does not want to check all those one-offs. Unfortunately, with what we've just found on Rory's side, this is unlikely to pay off for him.
Yeah, he'd need to get like charge jump or something here, but navigating this area bashless is it's painful.
All right, now Rory, after checking those pickups on the right side of Swamp, and I'm sure he's glad he did. Glide is going to be so nice to have. Finally making the decision to go into the Ginso tree.
Ronnie using a little bit of a trick there, because when you enter Forlorn from the teleporter and the entering the door cutscene plays when you get remotely close to the door, it will then autosave you at the door, so he manages to get back to the start of the dungeon that way. He'll then use this orb that spawns here to start checking some pickups. He may not have any like good movement like bash or charge jump to skip through the dungeon, but there's always the intended way. Unfortunately, the intended way is carrying this really slow orb around.
Yeah, I do like this. Rory had so many ability points, he decided to level all the way up to Ultra Magnet. So any XP that falls on the screen will fly to Ori. So as he kills stuff, you may just see a whole bunch of like yellow orbs following him around. It's going to be great.
Tried to skip a cycle there with a double bash, but angle's a bit off. But the shooter shoots again quickly. He's into that mini boss now. And Ronnie's just nothing appearing in Forlorn to bail him out of this. So that's, oh man, that's rough for him. Remembering that Spirit Caverns pickup at this point that's tough.
Yeah, I wonder if Ronnie's aware he could get that pickup with just double jump. I had that same issue myself, where like, oh, like you can get this with double jump, and I was just a complete moron about it. But or he could just decide like, no, it's one pickup all the way over there. I don't want to waste my time. There's a lot more dense locations I could check that could have what I'm looking for.
Yeah, the problem is like with that super late double jump, you know, they left behind a bash, which was double jump gated in an area they already went through. They left behind grenade, which was double jump gated in an area they already went to, and they also left behind glide, which was, yes, double jump area in a gate that helped me.
Okay, so Rory deciding not to continue on through Ginso. I think he's satisfied on the skills he's need. Unfortunately, does not continue right to get that Sunstone. I think at this point, Rory's plan is to rush trees, check pickups that are easy to check along the way that don't cost too much time, and just get that last clue for where the Sunstone is.
Yeah, when he hits either 6 or 9 trees, he'll get that clue, Sunstones and Grove, and that should lead him to it fairly quickly. Off an altar, it makes a lot of sense to just check the top of Death Gauntlet, because Rory, I believe, will know that those Death Gauntlet roof pickups are considered Grove. He could be maybe a bit unwilling, since he doesn't have charge jump to get the health cell, but there is that plan. And I think the 4 energy door underwater hasn't been checked, so that's also Grove.
This looks like Rory's going to sequence break into the stomp area. Use our good friend Ringo to break the floor and ceiling to get in. Placing a save there just in case he accidentally botches a double bash. Gets hit one too many times. Looks like he is through okay. Ronnie, meanwhile, back in Forlorn, or still in Forlorn. Really determined to find something in here.
Yeah, I mean, when you can't go half Forlorn. You've got to commit to Forlorn when you're going to do it. So Rory does a nice swamp entry there. He's in. He's able to glide on over to the door. We'll see it. He might opt to double bash a fish up and check the pickup in the roof, but I like the fact that he isn't now, because it's kind of a slower one, and he doesn't really need any more skills.
Yeah, he just needs information on where the Sunstone is. And right now he's sitting at 5 trees, so depending on luck, this could be the key that gives him the information that he's looking for. Instinctually went over to try and stomp down that floor, but yeah, not having stomp. Let's see, is Rory going to get the information he needs?
Yes.
So yes, now Rory knows where the Sunstone is, so for him, he's probably thinking, it's like, yeah, I'm in go mode, but I still want to check a couple things. I'd say the one thing he probably would want is stomp, because otherwise you have to do this really, really annoying Frankie lure to break the floor on the way to the light grenade tree.
Yeah, he has a couple options for that. Stomp would be nice. Climb, charge, jump. Dash would at least make the thing easier. So there's a lot of stuff you could find, and he's still looking for that. And I also like his decision to not immediately look for the Sunstone. It makes sense to put off that search until the end of the game, because it might just be in Horu Fields, and you don't really want to go there until you're almost going to go to Horu anyways. The only case that you could really say that you'd want to search for it for is, you know, check all of Grove, and maybe you'll find Dash along the way, but maybe you'll find Dash on the left side and make the Grove check faster, who knows.
Yeah, we're still going to see, like, yeah, any pickup that's along the way, Rory's going to pick up, but he's not going to go out of his way, really, for anything. He's pretty satisfied with his current skill set.
Yeah, Ronnie's now in the upper part of Forlorn, and still nothing in here.
Well, should be able to level up pretty much everything at this point with how many ability cells he's finding.
They've gotten so many cells. Like, their health and energy counts are amazing. Sometimes you see rando seeds finishing with like 4 health and stuff like that. But you know, they deserve it after everything they had to go through at the start of this.
So interesting things. So Rory does not have stomps, will not be able to break the blocks here for the feather pickup the standard way, the vanilla way. but can redirect a spider shot to do it, or if he finds the sunstone before deciding to break that, he can use Wilhelm to shoot a shot and break the rocks for him as well. See what he opts to do after he finishes Sorrow.
Yeah, that's true. It's an interesting place he's in now because he didn't do fast Stompless when he was going up to the right side there. Now it's like, well, what are you going to do to deal with it? It'll be a little inconvenient, but you're gonna go for Sora Pass first. And Rory says he doesn't want to do the micro ledge frog strat, which is
Can't
not
blame
all that
him.
much faster, and it's super annoying if you haven't practiced it. So he's gonna go around the left side now and just make his way up that way. Having bash, this is not too bad to do. And, you know, triple jump and glide helps as well.
Yeah, and he'll be able to check a lot of pickups as well on the way that are pretty much just right along the path.
Oh man, this is significant. Ronnie has escaped from Forlorn via Alt R and is now over in Glades again, and this is really close to Bash. If he continues to the left after grabbing this one experience, he's gonna get it, and he is going left.
Okay, yeah, so Ronnie very, very close to Bash, but still does not have Grenade. So may not be able to get as much out of Bash as Rory did. Oh, Rory unfortunately took a death. Decided to not proceed into Sorrow, doesn't want to either like burn keystones or...
Yeah, this is actually kind of a big time loss for Rory because he committed to Sorrow Bash, committed to like going through the left side for a bit, and then went back to a save that was before Sorrow. Now he's gonna go for Misty instead, so, you know, maybe realizing like, maybe I should have done fast Stompless, or maybe I wanted to find out like the Sunstone or something. So he might actually go to the climb tree and then grab the Sunstone from Grove if he can find it to try to spawn Wilhelm to get the feather pickup that way. But that kind of gives Ronnie a window to maybe like make some time up here now that he has Bash in hand as well.
So Ronnie now going to be rushing trees himself. I think probably needs at least one more skill or two to be comfortable finishing the game. Oh, hey, look at that, clean water.
Well, you know, that's nice. When you've got low health in the final escape, you can, you know, use that. Unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately,
That's a lot of
about
health.
1 million health. Okay, Ronnie's just getting no mercy from the game as the frog shoots through the floor for him. And he'll be doing his swamp entry now. Now, he didn't go over to find Glide, and this is not a bad decision, I think, from Ronnie. At this point, you kind of know that, yeah, okay, I found Bash really late. This could be very bad for me, and he might just go for a full tree rush at this point and not really check anything else. It'll be more difficult, but it is doable with these skills to finish the game.
And Rory still checking pickups, really wants to find, I'm guessing it's Stomp, maybe a charge jump and the climb combo as well.
Yeah, I doubt it'll continue in Misty, but at least checking this stuff on the way, it's only a couple seconds, so it's not too bad.
Yep.
Alright, so what's Ronnie's play next? He's just gonna grab, you know, just the very, very fast pickups. He easily could have found Glide. It was just a little bit further out of his way by doing that, but he's not gonna care too much. He's just gonna probably head left side now, since he's done all of the right side trees here, with the exception of Grenade, but you want to put off Grenade since, as you're saying, finding Stomp or charge jump climb or, you know, something like that would make that a lot easier.
Yeah, Ronnie is heading left side, going to do the same sequence break that Rory did, bashing the frog or the Frankie over in order to do the hard work for you. And Rory taking the teleport. I didn't quite see where he's teleporting to. Looks like back to Grove. And we'll be heading to the right. Interesting.
This is Sunstone
I think
search
he's
now.
hunting. Yeah, he's hunting for the Sunstone, and that way he can easily break the rocks for the feather pickup.
Now the interesting thing is, well, he's not going to find it very fast this way because we know where it is. It's in the Death Gauntlet roof, and he can't come there from above unless he does ridiculous Frankie baiting, which I don't expect he would do. So he's just going to check all of this stuff up here, maybe find something useful along the way, but the interesting choice will be, does he go to Horu Fields or not right now? It does spawn Wilhelm, which will make collecting Feather easier for him, but it also means that he'll have to go up to Horu Fields twice.
Yeah, that's a tough call. But only time will tell. I think if he decides to go into Horu, we'll see it very, very soon. He's going to use Bash and Grenade to get these pickups here that we haven't seen quite yet.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be
fairly
surprised
easy to get. Hey, look at that. Wind restored.
Well, that,
He was knocking out the Sorrow Bash again.
Yeah. Plus, they don't have a great way to float up through Valley, so just taking the teleporter and feathering all the way up now is the cards for him.
Finding the friendly area in the spikes to safely lob his grenade. Rewarded with some XP. So, okay, here's the moment of truth. Him not alt-Ring. I don't think there's too much over here. This could be the Horu Fields play.
Yeah, it's either that or he's actually gonna maybe check a little bit more stuff here and then head to the Swarm Teleporter, but no, he's going to Horu
It's
Fields.
Horu Fields.
And this is actually pretty significant. Rory has a skill lead and a tree lead in the sense that Ronnie's picking up Feather, but Rory's already done Climb, which is a lot bigger of a time investment. But this is a big time sink right now for Rory, and if Ronnie can, finish up Misty in this time that Rory's looking for the Sunstone, then this can be really close as we come into the finish.
Yeah, the good thing for, I guess, Rory is that Ronnie never found Glide. That was over in the right side of the swamp. So that's going to make Sorrow quite a bit more time consuming on his end.
Yeah, and Ronnie deciding what to do now. Looks like he's going to go for a trip down to Light Grenade now. Oh,
and look at that Sorrow teleporter for Roryrai. Unfortunately, without Charge Jump and without Stomp, will not be able to make use of it.
You're right. I was so excited. I was like, oh, that's huge for him, but it's useless.
Maybe he will find Stomp or Charge Jump down here in this search for Sunstone. And quickly, over on Ronnie's side, we're seeing the Frankie lure over the top of the teleport. He's got to be really careful here with these spikes because the Frankies are very, very good at suiciding into spikes, just like that. So he's going to have to try again. This is one of the things that I imagine Rory really wants to avoid. This is not fun.
Yeah, the
Frog
ending
has
sequence...
very little health, and you need to be very, very careful.
Yeah, the ending sequence of it is very difficult if you don't have an extra bash available to just bash him under the last spikes, and Ronnie used 3 double bashes to get him onto the platform in the first place, which makes that part easier, but it's possible to stretch it with 2, so we'll see what he opts for this time. You note that he's making sure to catch the Froggy at max height, so very carefully angling that, and the Froggy bongs. He's trying to get him up there too, so he can do the bash at the end. Rory picks up the Sunstone now. He's got it out of that Death Gauntlet roof. Now he's heading over to the right here. I think
he's just going to the teleporter. Yeah. And we'll see where he takes it. Nope, still gonna check a couple more pickups.
Dude, he wants something. He can smell.
What?
What?
Wow.
Oh my god.
It was there the whole time.
Alright, I have to ask him about that, because that's like, oh, I'm going to the teleporter. It's like, oh wait, I could have altered and go to the teleporter. Well, let's make this look like I was doing something and just casually pick up Dash.
Yeah, so that is going to make the Frankie lure significantly easier. He's going to have Charge Dash, which is going to make the route up to Charge Jump really, really fast. So this is looking great for Rory. I'd say now it's definitely his race to lose.
Oh man. Yeah, this was definitely, I think, close while Rory was on the Sunstone hunt, but with that Sunstone find and the dash pickup, he is, I think, in the driver's seat of this one now.
Yeah, and Ronnie doing, or attempting to do the entry into dash, but he doesn't have his save anywhere up. I wonder if he knows the strategy in order to get down here. Oh, he almost had it.
Yeah, you can do this without a save, either using bash grenades, grenade jump, or just...
Oh, he's through. He's through. He made it.
And yeah, opting not to do a save and go in that way. It's a little bit harder generally than Zombie Rory, but it works. And I'm not sure how many ability points he has right now, so maybe he needs to save him for this cutscene.
Now we see Roryrai doing a very, very fast ascent through Sorrow. Ronnie's gonna have to take the long way around unless he somehow finds Dash. So, just all of this is gonna gain so much time and basically make an insurmountable lead for Rory.
Yeah, it's...
And there's jump. Yeah, so Rory very, very comfortable on skills now.
Charge Jump didn't make it very far from its tree this time. He just needs like climb to be right here, so he doesn't even have to walk the monkey. That'd be perfect.
Well, let's see. What's it gonna be? Just XP. Well, you can't have everything, Sigma.
No, almost everything apparently.
Almost
in Rory's
everything, yes.
case. I still can't get over that dash pickup. That was crazy. It's like, let's just check this one random pickup before I go mode. Oh, it's dash. Nice.
All right, here we go. Rory on the way to his last skill, Light Grenade. So just gonna have to do the Frankie Lure in order to break the floor, and having dash, he's not gonna have to do any fancy tricks in order to get over to Light Grenade. Just dash right through the laser and rocket jump up, do the cutscene skip, and he's on his way to the end. So see, Rory's gonna lure the Frankie. Oh wait, did the Frankie jump into the spot? Oh no, it's Frankie's okay. He's gonna dash close to the Frankie and then dash away really fast. And oh, catches the edge. That's okay. Rory doesn't know it, but he has a very, very large lead here. So he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, executing these kind of more finicky tricks like what he's doing here can get really hard, especially when you're 53 minutes into a tournament race, when you found that you could have had double jump and bash like 12 minutes in. You might be a little nervous about where your opponent is, but all you know in a randomizer race, since you can't watch your opponent, is they're not done yet, so you just have to try to keep calm and do your best.
Alright, here we go. Safely over the spikes, Rory is through. The hard part is done. Place a save, Rory. There we go. Alright, so now just vanilla strats all the way to Light Grenade tree. Oh, got a little bit ahead of himself, but quickly catches his mistake. Gonna place a final save. Still has plenty of ability cells. Level up that ultra defense for good measure, because he doesn't have enough health already.
Yeah, we just need to be a little bit safer. 12 HP, not quite enough.
You know,
Ronnie's...
clean water, 12 HP, and ultra defense. You know, it's gonna be a rough escape, man.
Just kind of walk through the lava at some points, I think, to make it a little fair. So Ronnie's got a bit of a rough Suro at hand here. No glide. He has triple jump, which is nice, but he basically just has to bash his way to victory at this point, and this is not easy. Even doing the micro ledge frog is not really an option, because that without glide is exceptionally difficult.
So it looks like he does at least have ultra defense, so that'll make it a little bit easier. But Rory already collected all the trees and is heading to the escape.
Yeah, and it looks like Ronnie's gonna say, okay, Soro's too hard, I'm gonna do Misty instead. Misty glideless is a lot easier than Soro glideless, so can maybe hope to grab it in the first couple pickups here, or maybe just something that would help in general. And holy crap, so Rory's utilizing his health. That's why you need an ultra defense. Got lazy.
No, see, it's like that was a next level play by Rory. He knew he'd need that ultra defense, and he's just, it's like, you know what, I have all this HP, I might as well use it to go fast.
We'll say, yeah, go fast.
That's my story, okay?
Okay, stick to it. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so Rory's coming up on door warp. How many attempts are you going to call for this one, Sam?
1. There
Easy, got it. Boom.
No, when you're this flustered by a sea, you know, like, I think, you know, just the way the Ori game itself works is like whenever you're on a really slow seed or slow anything, that's when the first try door warp becomes significantly easier. Final escape time for Rory. What's the final pickup? It is 279 XP, getting that nice level up. And look at all this energy.
Yeah, and glide, triple jump, charge jump. He can't grenade jump because he's missing climb, which honestly even makes it easier since he can just take his choice of going up with fish strats or gliding and charge jumping up the last part, and then the worries of a soft lock right at the end. So Rory's still at full health. As long as he doesn't spawn Kuro and get one shot here at the end, he's gonna have this one.
Alright, here we go. Fish strats for Rory, and it's good. A last minute charge dash to cross the finish line. I like it. style points for the end. And now Rory will run away with the victory in this race. Just needs to hold right. So barring any catastrophic game crashes, we should be okay.
Yeah. And at this point in the seed, like, Rory's heart has got to be thumping, because when you're holding right is like, all you can do is hope that your opponent is not also holding right just ahead of you. And he has it in the bag, but he doesn't know just yet.
All right. Now, I sometimes forget how long the ending sequence is when you don't grenade jump.
It's pretty ridiculous. It's over a minute. Alright, so Ronnie is grabbed climb now. He just has to do C jump, and I'm not sure. He might go looking for a couple more skills for it going off to the right here, because he did go to Sorrow once and then say, no, I don't want to do this. It is pretty awful, just bash, and there are still a lot of things that he can check, but we'll have to see what his decision is here. He goes to the Death Gauntlet, realizes he already did that energy door at some point. I missed when he did that, but he's got it already, and he's gonna be looking over now in Glade's area, probably hoping to find Glide above all else.
Yeah, I can't believe how buried all of the skills were in this game. You know, Ronnie still has only picked up 4 skills, and it's like not any wrongdoing on his part. It's just all these skills were in awful, awful locations, like areas that you had already checked everything but didn't have one of the many skills needed to full clear it, so it becomes a one-off location. Hey, that's where everything was. You know, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh man, that run around they got at the start for double jump was just crazy.
So final time 58-12 for Rory. This seed was very rough. I don't know any other way to put it.
Yeah, one of the more painful single seeds we've seen in the tournament so far, to be sure.
Wow.
I'll relay Rory's comment from the race chat right now. God, that was awful. We agree.
Agreed, Rory. We fully agree with you.
Ronnie also stopping to chime in on the SRL chat that he has no idea what to do. It's tough, man.
Yeah, I think the true winner of this seed is the randomizer itself. And Ronnie looks like he's going to go back into Ginso. Maybe we'll find... We still have 2 skills we haven't found. Maybe we'll find Stomp, maybe we'll find Climb in here.
That's true. I'm not sure how much those would help, but we could find them.
Gonna get some more telehops from Ronnie here. So having a triple jump makes them a little bit easier. So will Ronnie do the Ginso escape? If he's in here, he's maybe thinking about calling it, maybe? We'll see.
He might have had enough with this seed. We'll find out in a moment.
I can't blame him. Alright, continuing on for our enjoyment. This is like, one of the few areas we haven't seen. This being the second half of Ginso. Like, we've cleared pretty much everything but Horu itself. We haven't seen, I guess, the Forlorn Escape. I don't think Ronnie took it all the way. And I think a couple pickups on Left Sorrow. Remember Rory's first trip there, he didn't decide to full clear it all. He got a couple things and then headed out.
Yeah, so still a fair amount of stuff left, but unfortunately Rory already found all the useful skills, so there's none left for Ronnie up here. And we do have Rory joining us now, having made it through that Nightmare Marathon seed. Hey dude, how are you doing?
That was awful.
Agreed, Rory, yeah, agreed.
That was one of the worst seeds that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, so I want to roll that back to the very start, where you didn't have anything for like 30 minutes until you found double jump. What did you think when you found double jump? in a place that you could have potentially gone to like 8 minutes in if you had gone over the spirit tree.
So I thought, so I knew I'd gone around through like spirit caverns and everything, and I was at the Grove teleporter, and I thought, so I could go right and just go through Spider Sack, or I could teleport to Swamp, because like I only have 1 energy, so it's hard to get some of the things in that area. It's hard to do a lot of stuff. And the Swamp teleporter showed up incredibly early, so I gambled that there was more progression to be had in the Swamp loop around to Grotto than there was in the Spider Sack to Swamp teleporter area. So I went for that first, and then eventually, I went through all of that, and then realized there's nothing here, so it has to be Spider Sack. Went back, and then sure enough, there's double jump. And then I just fortunately I failed to realize that opened up Genso, because that caused me to do Spirit Caverns revisits.
Oh man.
That's a pretty good sequence, actually. At that point in the race, I think Ronnie got double jump a little bit before you, but it took him much longer to get back to find Bash.
Oh, speaking of skills, Ronnie has found Stomp. One of the mysteries has been solved. Hiding away at the top XP on the left side again, so.
Totally
Oof.
unsurprised.
So, Rory, there was one sequence, because like this was a very, very, I'd say like starved seed in terms of the skills. Really didn't have anything for the longest time. So after you had collected Bash, Grenade, and Glide, you're lacking Dash, you're lacking Stomp, you're lacking Charge Jump, and Climb. And during this, I think you had enough skills, if you so chose to finish the game. What were you really hunting for? What did you really want to find at that point? Was it Dash, Stomp?
Anything that would make me not have to do Left Sorrow, because it's like if you remember, I started to go into Sorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wait, I can't actually do this without not only the left Sorrow sequence, but without an incredibly long double bash on the spider shot to break the stomp floor to get through the laser.
Yep.
So because of that, I bailed on that. And I couldn't remember if I'd saved before Valley, so I tried to just leave because I needed that teleporter. But then I went through Misty and was thinking, where is literally anything that will let me break that roof?
I guess another thing. So the Sorrow teleporter, a great find, with the exception of not having the skills to find it or actually utilize it. Pretty hope is like, man, I hope Stomp's around here now.
Yeah. I got the Sorrow teleporter and I was like, well, this makes everything free if I get something that'll let me break that wall. And then the thing that let me break that wall was, right outside.
Yeah. What a funny turn of events there. All right, so I guess one last thing, Dash. So you went over the long way to the Grotto teleporter. Was that like initially you just wanted to go use that teleporter and you're like, maybe I will get this pickup on the way, or is that just like a last minute decision to head over there and pick up that before using the teleporter?
So what it was is I couldn't remember if Death Gauntlet was considered Grove or Grotto, and I was hunting for Sunstone because I figured in my hunt of Grove there's a chance that I'll find a skill that I missed. So I knew that I could get the underwater energy door, the charge flame through the wall to get the plant, and then go to the teleporter and just go somewhere else and finish collecting through Grove there. And then as I was going to the teleporter, I realized, wait a second, I never got that pickup.
And, well, good thing you remembered it, because that made everything else, that pretty much unlocked everything you were hoping for there. You were able to bypass the left side of Sorrow with rocket jumps. And, sorry, what happened on Ronnie's screen there, Sigma? Did you catch that? That was weird.
Yeah, he decided that he had had enough of this seed, so he forfeited from the race and turned on Chaos Mode.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Ronnie. Nobody deserves to go through that seed.
Retake, Ronnie.
However, Rory, I guess once again, congratulations on the victory. I mean, that was It was well earned. Go trudging through that awful, awful
I
seed.
think that was more a victory over Sigma than anything. Anyone who could complete that seed in a reasonable amount of time has done really well.
Yeah. Yeah, Rory, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I mean, I guess like just because this is Swiss and still groups, like I have no idea what I'm gonna be up against in the next round, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen in the rest of round 1.
Yeah, we've definitely had some exciting races, and this one was fun to watch. I'm sorry you had to play it, but we had a good time speculating as to where anything might be for you guys. So yeah, thanks for joining us, Rory. Thanks for putting on a good show, and congrats on moving on to 1-0 in the Swiss stage.
Thanks.
So yeah, that'll take care of the rando that we have for you guys today for Ori. But there's a lot of matches going on since we're just at the start of 5 weeks of Swiss. Tomorrow, there's going to be a doubles match at 2:30 Eastern. That's Roos and Smashy up against Poogle and Ronnie. So Ronnie will be back for revenge against the Randomizer tomorrow. We'll wish him the best of luck with that. And then there's a whole bunch of matches following that up. So check out Speed Game tomorrow to see some more Ori rando action. But that's all for us today. So I just want to say thanks, Fant, for commentating with me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been quite the day, I must say.
I also want to shout out to Richard and Wilson helping us out, running the trackers and telling us where things were. We could not do this without you, and of course Tara for putting on the restream for us today. And with that, we're out of here. Catch you guys later.
All right, see ya.